Hi, my name is Jillian Hampton and I'm 28 years old. My husband and I bought this house almost 3 years ago from my mom, who was a single parent growing up. So this is my childhood home. But as you can see, the backyard is pretty sad looking. It's really difficult to get a lot of things to grow back here. Even our succulents. You can see that the grass has a difficult time growing. We have a tree that we couldn't afford to get completely removed, so we had to just chop it down to ground level. And because the grass hasn't been able to grow and we haven't been able to use our backyard for anything, it has kind of become more of a project space rather than a place to come and enjoy dinner, have people over, and be able to host. So we have a very old fence that has never been replaced. It only gets repaired as needed because fences are very expensive and we haven't been able to afford splitting it with our neighbors. And then about 15 years ago, my mom had hired a professional to come do some landscaping, and he put in this type of dirt that doesn't actually allow for very good water flow. And so these bougainvilleas are 15 years old and have never grown beyond this size. So they don't do their job of hiding the fence. They don't do a job of adding beauty to the backyard. They're just kind of stagnant in this place. You can see where the fence is beginning to break along the back side. And the grass, like I said, is always dead and really rough to walk on. Here's a bougainvillea that, again, 10 to 15 years old and has never grown past that size. The water lines underneath don't bring enough water, and a lot of the lights, none of the lights work actually. And the problem with this dirt is that once you break into it, it actually never goes back to being smooth. You have to physically rake everything back over, and it's a very tedious job. We have broken lights and broken water lines and poor bougainvilleas that haven't grown. The other major eyesore in our backyard is our neighboring fence, which, as you can see, is very dilapidated and broken, partially due to my neighbor's dog, who would jump on the fence, and so he broke several boards along the whole bottom, and he broke boards along the way, and my neighbor would not replace the fence, and so his solution was to just nail more boards and to just try and make it a do-it-yourself kind of fix. So that's a really big problem for us, as you can see, because it's not very safe. There's really broken boards right along there that still have holes in them, nails kind of poking out everywhere. And then we have our storage unit, which is very old and it holds a lot of leaks. And actually the fence is leaning so far over that it has broken part of our storage unit because the fence can't hold itself up without that storage unit. The doors don't work. They're really hard to open and close, and so it's not very functional because we can't really keep anything out, and it gets really hot in the summertime, so you can't really store anything in there of value. It's partially hidden by a lattice that also we've never been able to successfully get anything to grow to make it a beautiful hiding, and so instead we just have a lattice just sitting in front of the shed, which is a huge eyesore as well, in my opinion. And then the side yard, we just really have had no time and no resources or money to be able to do anything with it. It's just all pebble with a collection of kind of miscellaneous things. We've had to cover our pipes because the dogs will get to them, or just water's always dripping on them from some of the pipes, and so we've never been able to protect those, so we just kind of put something over it to try and protect it from the sun and from water. And so we have a lot of things going wrong with this backyard, and I love to host and I love to have people over for dinner, but I can't because our inside of the house is actually too small, and so we would have to host outside. But I can't bring my nieces over here, I can't bring them over here because the grass is just so tough to play in that none of the parents really actually want to bring their kids over here. And then it's just not really a place to be able to host. You know, we had dreams of building a pergola and having some a good light source out here and being able to get some nice patio furniture so that my husband and I could also just come out here and enjoy the nice winter evenings that that we get here in the Provo Valley. But as it is so far for 3 years, we've actually never ever ate out here, and it makes me really sad because I want this to be very family friendly. I want my future kids to be able to come back here and play safely and have fun. And we are expecting our first child, and so this is definitely something that weighs heavily on my heart, because it's a project that is just too big for us and too much money for us to be able to do in the next 5 years. So I really hope that you consider our little backyard. I know it's nothing special, but it would definitely make a huge difference for us in terms of having people over and being able to have my family come and bring their kids and really have an enjoyable time. All right, I appreciate your consideration and look forward to talking to you. Thank you.